these are just things with, having to do with words. I think sometimes just breathing, right? Breathing is so fundamental to relaxing your body, relaxing your nervous system. And so deep breath work is very essential to a lot of practices, right? Now, do you often go into...
We usually in a theta wave when you're falling asleep, between awake and then asleep. But when you do the breath work, you can create the theta wave intentionally. So when I do long meditation, I always feel so relaxed, and I don't feel I'm here, like I'm the whole. This is very strange sensation, but a lot of meditators experience that state. It's a state of oneness, kind of.
Welcome back, everyone. Hi, Eiji. How are you doing today?
Hi, Abby. How you doing?
Doing great. I know we've been talking about energy like crazy. It's simple, but it's such a range that we can talk about within that. But without further ado, I would just like to continue a little bit about what we talked about last time. So speaking about energy exchange, what I want to talk with you, Eiji, about is how do we guard ourselves, or how do we protect our own energy and not give it out so easily?
Yeah, so you get affected by energies when you resonate with that vibration rate, like frequency. So so to protect yourself from that negative energy, you have to avoid and to adjust that frequency. So you have to change your vibration intentionally. That's the most effective way to protect yourself from the negative energies.
Now, for people who don't know what that means, what are some suggestions, some activities, or maybe meditations that they can practice today just to protect themselves? Maybe something you do.
Yeah. So when you are told something bad about you or negative things, so you just don't take it to your heart, and then don't take it emotionally. So don't take it as yours, like for you. It's just information, so that you can guard yourself from the energies inside the words. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think a lot of people say that words, we give them power, we give them energy, right? So
Yeah.
when some words are hurtful, try not to give them your energy. That can mean don't pay attention to it. Oftentimes when I've been told something that upset me, I will ask myself two things. I will ask myself, is this true? And if it's true, then, this other person isn't lying, and I can use this negative thing to make myself better. But if it's not true, then I immediately ask myself, then why are you being upset or becoming upset by something that isn't true? Immediately I go, oh yeah, I shouldn't be upset. So these are just things with, having to do with words. I think sometimes just breathing, right? Breathing is so fundamental to relaxing your body, relaxing your nervous system. And
Deep breath is very effective.
so deep breath work is very essential to a lot of practices, right? Whether it's meditation,
I think so.
yoga, just calming yourself down.
Especially exhaling.
Exhaling.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of these practices, like yoga. Now, I've tried yoga before. Have you tried yoga before, Eiji?
No, I haven't.
It In my opinion, I think it's a great exercise, great for calming yourself down, but it requires a lot of patience
Okay.
because breathing is something we do naturally. We don't
Mm-hmm.
usually think about it. Um,
Oh, okay.
but sometimes you're breathing, trying to pay attention to your breath, and then you're in a
Mm-hmm.
very extreme position, balancing.
Okay. Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
it takes a lot of patience for me to try to stay present.
Oh, okay.
So
So I have a question.
yeah, of course,
So so when you do yoga, so what you are focused on? So
my breath.
for example, your breath? Yeah, okay. So
Yeah,
same as the meditation?
same as meditation. I would say.
Oh, so how do you control your posture? How do you
Oh, yeah.
manage your like movement?
So first of all, it's good to have a teacher
Yeah.
to kind of tell you you're doing this right.
Okay.
Um, but uh, the way you stand, um, and the way your chest has to be open.
Hmm.
You want your heart to be open, so that way you
Okay.
expand your breath. You
Hmm.
you inhale as much as you can, and you exhale as much as you can.
Hmm.
Now,
Yeah.
um, with yoga, you're doing like three things at once, right? You're balancing, you're
Hmm.
breathing, you're also exercising a little bit. Now, with
Okay.
meditation, honestly, I don't have a lot of experience with meditation, but I know it requires
Hmm.
breath work. So,
Yeah.
do you meditate a lot, AJ? Because you probably meditate more than
Yeah.
me.
Yeah. I do meditative daily.
Okay, perfect. So tell us a little bit
Yeah,
about
yeah.
what you do.
Um, it's just 15 minutes meditation, like every morning.
Hmm.
Yeah. So first, I just sit on the floor, and then yeah, I just repeat a deep breath. The purpose for deep breath is to get yourself into theta state. Have you ever heard of theta state or theta wave?
Yes, theta waves. I
So
think it's a
yeah,
very deep frequency, right? Or very frequency
yes,
wavelength.
yes,
But tell me a little
yes,
bit about
yes.
it. I want you to explain it to me like I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, we are usually in a beta state.
Mhm.
Yeah, this is normal state. Yeah, but when we are so relaxed,
Mhm.
chilled, uh, we radiate the alpha wave. So maybe you have heard that word, alpha wave.
The wave. Is this when I'm
Yeah,
still awake or
no,
am I asleep when I'm in alpha wave?
yeah, you're just when you're chilling.
Oh, when I'm chilling on the couch, watching Netflix, these kind of things, or
Yeah,
um
yeah, yeah. So yeah, you might be in the alpha wave, alpha state.
how about when a lot of us are driving and we don't even know
Mm.
how we got home? Is that also alpha?
I think so. Yeah,
Yeah.
because you're in the present. So you might be in the alpha wave because you are relaxed, and then you are not thinking about like a future or past, or you're just yeah, being there.
So take me back to the beginning. Take me back to theta.
Mm.
Now, do you
Yeah,
often go
theater
into
is
yeah?
yeah. So we usually in a theater wave when you're falling asleep.
Hmm.
Yeah, that short amount of time, like really short, but between awake and then asleep. That
Oh,
theater state. Yeah.
oh, I think
So, but
mhm,
it's hard. Yeah, it's hard to create that state, right? Because you have to fall asleep. But
yeah.
when you do the breath work, you can create the theta wave intentionally.
How long does it take usually to reach
It
theta?
it depends, but actually, I usually take 10 to 15 minutes.
Okay. Your meditation lasts
Yeah.
15 minutes.
So Yeah, so I actually need more, like a 30 minutes or more.
Yeah,
But you
you're
know,
too good.
it's a hassle. Like do 30 minutes meditation every morning is kind of overwhelming for me.
Mhm.
So yeah, but yeah, I sometimes do a long meditation. So yeah, so when I do long meditation, I always feel so relaxed and so, you know, like I don't feel I'm here. Like I'm the whole. That this is
Oh,
very strange sensation, but a lot of meditators uh experience that state. It's
yeah.
a state of oneness, kind of. Yeah, but it's too deep. But so for beginners, just yeah, do deep breath. So you can, yeah, when you feel like you're relaxed enough or like a little bit just moving.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah, your body starts moving like drawing circle.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Like,
by some force.
oh, interesting. I
Yeah.
I've heard of this before. I also heard it's sometimes when I've been in deep meditation, I can feel the blood pumping. I think I'm so focused on my body. I feel the blood
Mm-hmm.
pumping in my body and it feels like I'm moving with
Mm-hmm.
each beat, which is
Yeah, 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 yeah.
rather interesting.
Yeah,
It
that's pretty normal when you
Mhm.
meditate. Yeah, first time it'll be a little shocking or surprising because
Mhm.
a little scary, right? Because you just start moving without your intention.
Yeah, so I'll say this. I feel like most people may not
Uh-huh.
get there on their first try, but keep trying, keep trying, keep
Hmm.
trying. It's not about the
Yeah,
result, right? Uh, most meditation,
yeah,
you probably meditate throughout your day and you don't even know that you do. I think, in my opinion, a lot of
yeah.
things can be meditation. Walking, listening to music. Like you said, sometimes sitting for 30 minutes is you don't have the time, you know? So,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
about
yeah. So
presence.
I think yeah, yeah, meditation itself is just a tool. It doesn't have meaning.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the most important thing is to become like a meditative state, meditative mind,
Mhm.
or live meditatively,
Live meditatively.
automatically.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Or meditatively. I don't know which
yeah,
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 same
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
And
So which
so
means like uh to be in the present and yeah, just yeah, savor the moment.
yeah, of course. I think
Yeah.
you have to be present, um, and that's what meditation is. It's presence. That's why breath work is
Yes.
essential to meditation because you're doing the most
Yeah.
fundamental thing, about life, and that's breathing.
Hmm.
And you're paying attention to
Yes.
your life and your breath in that moment.
Yeah,
Y
yeah, yeah.
So,
Because yeah, breathing is only things you can control of your organism.
yeah. Sometimes it even happens without you
Yeah.
even trying, right? I could try to stop my breath, but my body will fight to keep going, I think. I could cover my nose, but I'll still try to breathe.
Uh-huh.
Um, so, Eiji, share with me, and share with
Uh,
everyone else watching, what do you do when you breathe, when you're getting ready to meditate? Um, I know some people like to do breath holds. So, what do you do
uh-huh.
when you're getting ready to sit and be present?
Yeah, I just inhale as much as I can and then hold it as much as I can, and then exhale as much as I can. So just, yeah, do it over and over. And then when I feel ready, I just breathe normally.
Mhm.
But it's slower than usual. So, and then just focus on your breath. And but many thoughts are popping up in your head, but you just observe. So observing is key to meditation.
I think you're very right. Sometimes, mm, I think in the media, we see meditation as sitting like this, saying a mantra, and you're at peace with the world. But oftentimes,
Hmm.
meditation looks like you're sitting and you're thinking about, I need to wash my dishes, I need to pay my bills, I need to take a bath. But the thing is, you want to observe them and let them go away, like you said. Observe them and let them flow. This, in my opinion, is meditation. And meditation can look like a lot of different things. Um, and sometimes, like you said, it's about observation. To be able to sit in one place and the thoughts will enter your mind, about bills, about your car, about yourself, but just let them go. It's like watching trains go past the station. They're always going to come by, but you have to not get on the train. Don't get on the train, I think. Um, so, Eiji, I had such a wonderful time talking to you today
Hmm.
about what
Yeah.
the viewers can do to start meditating and being present, and just
Hmm.
some tips
Yeah.
about what we do to stay
Hmm.
in these different states and being able to observe ourselves when we are in a state of presence.
Right.
So I would love to chat with you next time about the topic that comes next. I don't know. There's so many that we love
Yeah.
talking about, so many that we've talked about in the
Yeah.
past.
You
I'm
have so many
hoping
topics, so
yeah,
it's
I'm
hard to
hoping
choose.
viewers will let us know in
Mm.
the comments anything that they're looking to be explained or that they just want us to chat about. So with that, we'll wrap up. I'll see you guys later.
Yeah. See you.
Bye.